The nation is in mourning following the death of Queen Elizabeth II, who passed peacefully at Balmoral Castle on Thursday, September 8. Her Majesty's coffin now lies in state at Westminster Hall, where members of the public are now filing past to pay their respects to the monarch. The Queen's funeral will be held at Westminster Abbey on Monday, September 19, before the coffin is taken to the monarch's final resting place, the King George VI Memorial Chapel in Windsor. While the life and legacy of Queen Elizabeth II are often remembered for their highs, there have of course been some lows. The Queen famously deemed 1992 her annus horribilis in reference to numerous royal relationship breakdowns and a fire at Windsor Castle, and more recently, 2021 was dubbed the sequel to the historic year of royal scandal. But perhaps a lesser-known royal family scandal was the alleged institutionalization and subsequent abandonment of two of the Queen's cousins. Born in 1919 and 1926 respectively, Nerissa and Catherine Bowes-Lyon were two of the daughters of John Herbert Bowes-Lyon and his wife Fenella. Read more. Queen's Platinum Jubilee weekend marked with exciting rare occurrence. The Queen's hidden cousins were erased from the royal family. Image, Star News Today/YouTube, Getty Images. John Herbert Bowes-Lyon, the father of Nerissa and Catherine. Image, Getty Images. John was the brother of the Queen Mother, making the sisters first cousins of the Queen. However, neither were ever able to be a part of the royal family. Both Nerissa and Catherine were born with severe learning difficulties and, following the death of their father in 1930, were admitted to a mental health institution. They were reportedly sent from the family home in Scotland to Royal Earlswood Hospital at Redhill, Surrey, where they lived out the rest of their days. Fenella Bowes-Lyon, the sisters' mother. Image, Getty Images. Their exact diagnosis remains uncertain, as in the medical terminology used at the time. Nerissa and Catherine were cruelly deemed imbeciles. After their admission in 1941, the sisters were allegedly treated like they never existed by their extended family, a claim that has been denied by their family. A 1963 edition of Burke's Peerage, a definitive referencing and listing of the peerage and titled aristocracy of Great Britain, listed Nerissa as having died in 1940, and Catherine passing in 1961. However, when the story of the sisters' existence was published in 1987, it was reported that Nerissa had died only the year before, and Catherine was still alive. John was the brother of the Queen Mother, making Nerissa and Catherine first cousins of the Queen. Image, Getty Images. Trending Nerissa was aged 66 at the time of her death and was reportedly buried in a grave marked only with a name tag and serial number. Catherine, meanwhile, stayed in the hospital until 1997, when it closed amid abuse claims, and then lived in another home in Surrey, later dying aged 87 in 2014. A scandal instantly erupted when it emerged the royal family had apparently erased two of its members from their lives, although accusations of a cover-up were denied. In the 2011 documentary The Queen's Hidden Cousins, nurses and staff at Earlswood confirmed that, to their knowledge, the family never sent the sisters a birthday or Christmas gift or card. Don't miss: the Queen grew up in a palace with a number unknown name. See inside. Pics, Harry to be out of place and bewildered when he returns to UK. Expert monarch delighted over Sussex return as Queen adores Harry. Clip. The Royal Earlswood Mental Hospital in Redhill, Surrey. Image, Getty Images. The documentary also claimed that there was no evidence that any member of the royal family had visited the sisters. When Nerissa died, reportedly her funeral was attended only by hospital staff. Following the revelation, Catherine, the surviving sibling, was reportedly sent flowers from all corners of the UK. According to a report by the Associated Press, when Buckingham Palace was approached on the matter in 1987, a statement was released that said the Queen was aware of the report, but said, "We have no comment about it at all. It is a matter for the Bosley-owned family. All you need to know about the Queen's funeral. Key moments: Queen Elizabeth II's state funeral will take place on Monday, September 19 at Westminster Abbey at 11 a.m. Following the state funeral, the coffin will undertake a procession from Westminster Abbey to Wellington Arch, and then on to Windsor. Once at Windsor, the state hearse will undertake a procession to St George's Chapel, Windsor Castle via the Long Walk. A committal service will then take place in St George's Chapel, with the Queen laid to rest at the King George VI Memorial Chapel. Will it be televised? The Queen's funeral service will be televised across BBC One, BBC News, and on BBC iPlayer. Sky News will also broadcast the funeral on its TV channel, Freeview, the Sky News app and via YouTube. The Bosleys publicly stressed that the two women were not imprisoned, but were well treated and able to move freely around the hospital and its grounds. Lady Elizabeth Anson, a niece of the two sisters, also issued a statement to the BBC on behalf of the Bosley-owned family, saying that there was no attempt at a cover-up and that many family members had visited the sisters. The sisters' tragic story was portrayed in the fourth season of the popular Netflix series, The Crown. It was suggested that the Nerissa and Catherine were kept hidden because there were fears that the sisters' condition could have threatened the social standing of the royal family. In the series, the Queen Mother, played by Marion Bailey, tries to defend the decision to fake their deaths, telling Princess Margaret that Nerissa and Catherine paid a terrible price as she went from being the wife of the Duke of York to Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother. The Queen was reportedly not aware of the falsification of the sisters' deaths until the 80s. Getty Images, she said, "At the same time my family, the Bosleys, went from being minor Scottish aristocrats to having a direct bloodline to the crown, resulting in the children of my brother paying a terrible price. Their illness, their imbecility, their professionally diagnosed idiocy and imbecility, would make people question the integrity of the bloodline." Can you imagine the headlines if it were to get out? However, the royals were reportedly not pleased with the show's depiction of Nerissa and Catherine being abandoned by the family. David Bosley, whose father was the Queen Mother's first cousin once removed, told The Telegraph at the time that the royals are frustrated with the Crown's portrayal.